It's almost 6 a.m. and I just got the boat hooked up. I'm heading down to one of my favorite places on the planet, Delacroix, Louisiana. I'll be staying a couple of days at Sweetwater Marina. They got awesome lives there. I really love staying there. But I've got a couple of special days planned. Today, I'm meeting my good buddy, Chris Macaluso, C-Mac. He's bringing his son, Hank. Hank's, I don't know, like 7 years old or so. And we're gonna take him crabbing. I love taking kids crabbing for a number of different reasons, but mostly because it's just easy and they love it. But we're also gonna try and get Hank maybe on some speckled trout, maybe a redfish or two. Gotta see what the day holds. I know there is a big cold front coming through. We're well into May, shouldn't be getting cold fronts anymore, but hey, I'm not complaining. The air should be nice, even though I know it's gonna be really windy. Hopefully that doesn't shut the crabs down. But either way, we're going, and I'm really looking forward to it. What's up, Hank? You ready to go crabbing, bro?
Marsh man, mass on.
What's up, bro?
Said, this is there's Mr. Todd. I recognize him from Marshman Masson. I was like, that is.
Yeah, that's a good way to recognize me. Dude, you in the Navy?
No.
Not yet.
But my cousin is.
We have two.
Your cousin is, okay.
Either one was at Naval Academy and one of them graduated recently.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Mr. Todd Mason, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, man? We always watch your videos.
Good. Y'all want to catch some fish or what?
Oh, we're gonna try.
You're gonna try.
We got a late start this morning, so we'll see.
Yeah, I got you.
You going to Grant? You fish over here, or you fish out south?
I'm taking this little guy crabbing today. We're going crabbing.
Okay, cool, man. You look excited.
He is, definitely.
All right, man.
All right, good luck. All right, we literally have the worst conditions possible. But before we crab, Hank really wants to catch a speckled trout. So we're gonna try and make that happen. We've come to this kind of a cove. It's a little bit protected. We've got about a 25-mile-an-hour northeast wind. We're just gonna kind of drift through here and see if we can run across some fish. Water looks really good in here. Looks very fishy. We'll see. Kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack. We got a screaming incoming tide. Really not much range today, but it's rolling, which will be ultimately good for the crabbing. If we can find any fish, I'll put out that drift sock. I cannot believe this tide.
How fast it's going?
Yeah, it's flying.
Is that good for crabs?
Yes, that's good for crabs.
You better be falling for crabs.
I like our chances for the crabs. What's that depth, C-Mac?
5.4 feet.
I like the depth. I like the clarity. Not seeing any bait. Not that you would see bait. This wind is just insane.
This episode of Marshman Masson is brought to you by Puglia Sporting Goods.
All right, first stop was an absolute bust. Just unfishable with this wind. So we've come into a little bit of protection of this marsh. Big Hank is throwing a cork with a piece of dead shrimp on it, throwing it to the edge of this grass bed, trying to catch a redfish. And C-Mac and I are throwing out into the deeper water, trying to catch a speckled trout. A big ball of grass. Just severe, extreme wind today. Worst I've fished in years.
You saw that fish jump?
Yeah, right there. I think they're like 8 now.
Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. It hasn't come up, so it might be a redfish, but man, he hit like a trout.
Okay, let's see.
Redfish, redfish.
Is it a big one?
He's a keeper, I think. I'm pretty sure he's a keeper, Hank. I don't know. I think he's a keeper. We'll see. We'll know in a minute. Yep, he's 16 and a half. You want him, huh, C-Mac?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Come on, Hank. I'm pulling for you, dude.
It's about finding the right spot.
About finding the right spot.
That's true in a lot of things in life.
Hank's philosophy is the biggest fish are in the simple spots.
Or in the
No
what?
idea. The biggest fish are in the simple spots. I have no idea what that means. He says it every time he catches it.
I love
See, I
it.
told you.
I love the philosophy.
Spots are in the simple spot, Daddy. When are you gonna catch a fish? He already talks trash.
I love it. It's in his blood. This current.
I mean, we're gonna have to go somewhere. I don't know where to go, but like the crab traps won't sink in this.
No, the nets will sink. The problem, the one I'm concerned about, you got small corks. You got the small cork. They're gonna get covered with grass and sunk.
Fish.
Fish on, fish on. What you got, C-Mac? Looking redfish like, huh?
Red or speckled? Red or trout? I don't know if it's a red or...
Could be a foul hook trout, but it's a redfish.
No, I mean red. It's a red.
I think he makes it.
You know what he hit?
What?
He hit a bait C-Mac poured himself that he calls Carnarvon craw,
Carnarvon craw.
even though it's not a craw.
Well, I poured some craws,
Some
but
craws.
I have
Paddle-tail baits.
paddle-tail molds too, so I made some of those at the same time.
Why don't you give him to me, I'll measure him.
Daddy, can I fish?
I'll put you one on, buddy.
Carnarvon crawl. That's a weird name, but it...
Oh yeah! That's C-Mac's Carnarvon craw. It's kind of a poo-poo color with red, white, and blue. Any white? Or is it just red and blue?
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
It's kind of motor oil colored, a little bit translucent. Good cast, Mr. Todd.
Thank you.
What is that noise going like?
Whistling? It's the wind blowing through the rod
Fishing line.
It makes a weird noise.
like a guitar string.
Maybe that's Mexican weird.
Maybe I should call it Carnarvon crab, Todd, because what it's supposed to look like is a crab.
There you go, Carnarvon crab.
So maybe that's a better.
Oh, I got drilled! C-Mac!
My baby.
How did I miss him?
I don't know, buddy.
Oh, there he is. He came back. He came back. Speckled trout. Speckled trout. Oh, bass. Big bass.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
That's a
All
keeper.
right, Hank. It wasn't a speckled trout. It was a bass. Yeah, he's peeing all over me. I feel it. Look at that. I scared the pee right out of him.
Like, ah! What's that noise?
That's a gallinule. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Trying your best to get away.
My dad caught a bass in our creek.
He did? All right, the fishing was almost impossible, just so windy, just not even worth it. Really challenging for Hank, so we decided to punt on that and come crabbing. We just put all of our nets out. We put some in a lake and others in a nearby bayou. Unfortunately, that bayou held no crabs. We caught 2 little bitty ones, but the lake did hold some crabs. So now we've got them all bombed into this lake, and we're gonna see what we can do here.
This episode of Marshman Masson is brought to you by Matrix Shad and by Versamax Corks and by Bill Lewis Lures and by Cito New Orleans and by Plaquemines Parish. Oh, look up, crab. small side, but she'll make a turd.
She will make a turd. Oh, she's got a bomber lure. Oh yeah!
Let's keep them.
What you think about that, Hank?
Let's keep them.
Yeah, I'd keep it. Desperate times call for desperate measures. For Molly.
Baby, baby.
Then how about one?
We're gonna catch a little crab for you there, baby, baby. Y'all gonna come get a daiquiri over here, baby? Or y'all tailgating for the Hootats, baby?
What kind of language is that?
That's called yat. That's called yat
That's called
skank.
Fat, white, Saints fan.
That's called.
There we
Hey,
go.
Hanky!
That's called being crazy.
The goo!
Nice. Good male.
On the Nagala here.
What you think, Hank? How'd you like crabbing?
It was really fun.
Todd, you got a dirty boat.
Man, no doubt. I'm gonna clean this thing. All right, the fishing was definitely not the best. We can blame it on the conditions, which were just deplorable. Fortunately, however, the crabbing was really good. We ran 23 nets baited with brim and catfish that C-Mac and Hank caught last weekend, and the crabs ate them up. Boy, it was really, really good. And we got some very good sized crabs in the box. C-Mac and Hank are planning a crab boil for tomorrow evening. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.